Yes, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Should I say Happy Women's Day? I think as James William Mugeni, a medical clinic officer and certified public manager, I would not say Happy Women's Day. I would not. Having worked with women, my first training with women was in the family planning clinic. Family planning clinic. The place was called Child Development Center, Mulago Hospital. And the picture then of women with children traumatized me. And if I can remember Dr. Zirembuzi, I don't know whether he's still alive, in his training, he told us when a child is sick, you don't admit the child, you admit the mother. When a child is sick, you don't admit the child, you admit the mother. I had an opportunity also to work with women in the prisons. I keep telling Ugandans these things, and I'm like, but what's wrong with Ugandans? I had an opportunity to work with women in prisons, men and women in prisons. And then I used to ask a question: when we get a child in prison, when we get a child, a baby in prison, who is in jail? Is it the mother or the baby? And what circumstances push a woman to have a child in prisons? Whereas there are some women who come with children in prisons, of course they come when they're pregnant, they're arrested when they're pregnant, but there are women who are getting pregnant in prisons, and I'm asking people, do you people ever bother to ask who pregnants these women in prisons? I posted a picture of pregnant women with carrying children in prisons, and nobody wanted to answer. Nobody's answering me. People are quiet. People are silent. LGBT, homosexuality, whatever, gay people. Ugandans, why can't you, especially those with me in America, why can't you tell the world that these people are better than Ugandans? You'd rather deal with the homosexual here. You'd rather deal with the gay people here than deal with the UPDF in Uganda, than deal with an LODU in Uganda, than deal with Museveni in Uganda. I would almost say than deal with Janet Museveni in Uganda. I am in the US. I am in the US, and I'm telling you this, that these people are thinking that they are coming, they are responding to those thugs, to those wild beasts in human beings that we have at home in Uganda. James, I'm speaking in uniform. As I speak now, I just saw women being harassed. The women were claiming, we want our husbands, we want our husbands, we want our husbands. These are hundreds of women who are claiming not to have men. You want them to become gay, and you say you're fighting LGBT. I don't know how you can convince me. Me, I was a service provider for LGBT, for gay people in prisons of Uganda. And I'm challenging Baba Saija and people from Ministry of Health. Do we still provide condoms? Do we still provide lubricants for people in prisons, or we are not going to do so? Because for me, it is in the prisons where I fought LGBT, gay people in Uganda. Now we are pretending to act holy. And I'm like, Ugandans, all of a sudden you have now accepted the devil, because you rather deal with the devil you had, the devil. I saw women flogged on the streets by men, and I keep on saying that those people who are flogging Ugandans are Sudanese. I worked in the refugee camps in Nachivale. Uganda brings in refugees and they integrate them in the population easily. That's why you found that wherever they claim they liberated us, Uganda brings in these refugees, arms them, they integrate them in the army. And that's what happens in Uganda. So, fellow citizens, you can't convince me that today is Women's Day. You can't convince me, you cannot convince me, who has dealt with the destitution in women in Uganda. You can't convince me who has dealt with the destitution of women in Uganda. When they say Women's Day, the privileged women have seen their colleagues arrested. Any single woman who is crying for a man should be helped by a privileged woman. And you'll find that you're all lining up behind Museveni, the god of Uganda. Ugandans right now, the god we have, is not in heaven, is not anywhere, but God Museveni, who can look for anyone, who kills at will, he takes away life. And he deceives you that he's fighting gay people. No way, no way. At least I'm a Ugandan who has lived in Uganda, who has been a service provider. And I'm now in the United States and I see the difference. I see the difference. Ugandans, you are deceiving yourselves. You're deceiving yourselves. And what are the rights of gay people? They want education. They want medicine. They want to be treated for diseases, HIV, AIDS. I hope when Byanyima spoke, because I saw something saying that when you say you should stop fighting them. I may not promote them. I am not gay. People know I have a family, I have children. But I have been a service provider and I still provide service to them because there are people who are sick only different from us, from sexual behavior. But the rest, as human beings, they need housing, they need water, they need schools, they need everything. So if you are godly, who still provides for all of us sinners, if you are godly, because I know God still allows me to breathe, despite me being a sinner. God allows it to rain for me. So if you are godly and you pretend you have a God, then homosexuals are not the problem. Sinning is there, which you need to preach against. Preach my heart with goodness. And that's what the Bible says. Thank you for listening to Poor Me. Thank you for listening to Poor Me, because I think I should be at home in Uganda, but I'm on the American streets. And you're fighting gay people, perhaps who are accommodating me. Thank you for listening.